All right, what up, y'all? It's time to talk about Nia Jax. Now, let me just start off like this. Two things. One of my major pet peeves in wrestling ever is when a champion gets pinned. I'm not saying when a champion gets pinned and loses the championship. No. When a champion gets pinned in a non-title or a championship contender or a championship eliminator or something like that, that infuriates me. Because I feel as if you were a champion, you should never get pinned unless you are putting over the person to be the next champion. If you get pinned, you should not be able to come out next week and say, I'm still champion. You just got pinned. But when you look at Nia Jax, she has gotten pinned by Bayley and Naomi at the same time, Liv Morgan. And tonight, she got pinned by Bianca Belair. Now, I was telling people before tonight, I was like, hey, Bianca is not getting pinned. Okay, Bianca is one of the most protected superstars in the history of this company already. And she hasn't even been there that long. She's not getting pinned unless it's for a real reason. For better or for worse. So I already knew that Nia Jax was going to get pinned again tonight. You know what I'm saying? So I'm sitting here and I'm like, okay, what is Triple H trying to tell me if his women's champion for SmackDown is consistently getting pinned by 50% of the roster and most likely is running into Tiffany Stratton, who's also going to pin her with losing her championship at that point? How are you supposed to make Nia Jax a believable champion if she's getting pinned by everybody? Now you can say, oh, well, she ended up beating Naomi weeks later. Okay, cool. That doesn't change the fact of what happened 2-4 weeks before. Both of those things can be true at the same time. Yes, Nia Jax got the win back, but guess what? Nia is the champion. So she should always be on the offense. She should always be winning. She's the champion. Naomi's not the champion. Bayley's not the champion. Bianca's not the champion. So they should not be getting wins over the champion and then still walking out with no championship. That doesn't make any sense. I just said the word champion mad times, but I have to figure out, what is Triple H doing? How are you supposed to make her a believable champion if she's losing consistently? It's not like it's a once in a lifetime thing. Every champion should get really booked as far as wins and losses go, the same way Roman Reigns got booked. You don't pin a champion. That's why when the champion finally gets pinned, it's a big deal. When Nia Jax loses the championship, probably to Tiffany Stratton, is it going to be a big deal because she cashed in? Absolutely. But it's not going to be as big of a deal as it would have been if Nia was just demolishing everyone like she should be. And I'm gonna move the crown jewel match with Liv Morgan out the way, because one, is a champion versus champion. Someone had to get pinned. That's why, one, I hate champion versus champion matches, and two, I hate the fact that they made a crown jewel championship and decided to put both of the current champions in there. One of them has to get pinned. One of them's gonna end up looking stupid. I think they made the right decision, but at the same time, it didn't matter who won or lost. You know what I'm saying? One of them would have had to lose. And that's stupid no matter if it was Liv or Nia. You feel me? But the problem is there's an inconsistency. You know what I'm saying? LA Knight, he doesn't get pinned. He gets beat up. Yeah. He doesn't get pinned. Braun Breaker doesn't get pinned. Liv doesn't get pinned. Gunther doesn't get pinned. Cody Rhodes does not get pinned. So why is Nia Jax the one who is still champion and getting pinned at the exact same time? What story are you trying to tell me where Nia is the one champion out of all the other champions that gets pinned on a consistent basis? If someone can tell me what the story is with there, I would love to hear it. I don't think that there is any story at all, but I would love to hear you attempt it. At least someone give me some kind of reasoning for this, because it doesn't make any damn sense. There is no reasoning for it. They're just doing it to do it. And there's a lot of things that happen in this company and they just do it just to do it. I'm not sure why, but that's the reality for some reason. And like I said, I'm not the biggest Nia Jax fan. I don't know if I said that in this video. I'm not the biggest Nia Jax fan. In fact, I'm the complete opposite. I do not like anything Nia Jax does. But that doesn't absolve me from feeling bad for her because you have her as the undisputed women's champion, wherever they call it, and she looks the weakest out of every champion in the company. How am I supposed to believe that she's the irresistible force and whatever they be calling her, and she gets pinned by everybody? She's the weakest champion in the company. And that's the facts. And I hate when something happens as far as a wrestler and the fans of that wrestler say, oh, it's not their fault. It's not their fault. Because one, that is just moving blame away. Like, if we were to use that argument, it's not their fault for all wrestlers, there's no reason to have these conversations about greatest of all time and all this stuff. There's no reason to have these talks if it's never their fault. But it's their fault when they do something good. But when it's bad, it's not their fault. It always happens like that. The only way I can use that argument is with this, because it's literally not Nia Jax's fault that she's being booked to be pinned. This isn't a character issue. This isn't a promo issue. This is merely whoever's writing for Nia to get pinned every single week. Nia can't control that, to my knowledge. So why is it consistently happening? People like to say, oh, Gunther's a weak champion. Liv Morgan's a weak champion. No, Nia Jax is a weak champion. She's the weakest champion in the company today. And there's not much she can do because it's not really something that she can fix. As far as I know, what's being written to her on the paper is Nia gets pinned by Bayley and Naomi, Liv Morgan, Bianca Belair, eventually Tiffany Stratton, whoever else wants to be there. Like, and she keeps coming out as champion. She's the real paper champion in this company. People call him Cody Rhodes paper champion. No, Nia Jax is an example of a paper champion. If you're a Nia Jax fan, don't get offended by that because it's not an attack on you or Nia. It's just a reality. You know what I'm saying? A lot of things happen these days to these wrestlers, and when people call it out, the fans get all sensitive and say, oh, you're talking about my favorite wrestler. Get a grip, please. I'm trying to make sure that your favorite wrestler looks better. Please. Take your feelings out of it for 1 second. Because if my feelings were in this video, I wouldn't even be talking about it. Because I don't feel anything for Nia Jax on a regular day. But taking that out of it, I'm using my logic. Logically, Nia Jax as world champion should not be getting pinned by the entire SmackDown roster. She shouldn't be. It doesn't make any sense. That's not what the word champion means. That's not what a champion should exude in this company or in wrestling, period. And AEW does it too with their championship eliminated. I hate that. And I think the first time I saw it is when Vince started doing it in like 2021 SmackDown. And this hasn't been a thing that just popped up. They've been doing it for years. You know, they've been doing the champion versus champion Survivor Series matches and stuff like that. But like over the years, when they started making championship contenders, hey, if you beat the champion, you get a championship shot at the champion. That is the most asinine concept I've heard in my life. What happened to number one contender matches? You know how rarely they do number one contender matches these days? And if you don't understand how stupid that concept is, imagine Cody Rhodes had to beat Roman Reigns to be able to beat Roman Reigns at WrestleMania 40. Or 39 for that matter. Imagine if the Rumble, Elimination Chamber, all that stuff didn't matter. All Cody Rhodes had to do is pin Roman Reigns, and then he would earn a WrestleMania shot at Roman Reigns because he pinned him. You know how asinine that sounds? You're not even keeping the champion protected until the eventual challenger beats them. You're already showing their weakness before the actual championship match. So what in the world is going to change between then and now? Imagine if they're a month apart. Oh, Cody pinned him last month, so he can't pin him again. That makes Cody look stupid. That makes the challenger look stupid. There's no good out of a championship contender, championship eliminator. There's no good to come out of that. Because either way, you're going to make either both of them look stupid or one of them look stupid. And any concept, match type that makes both your wrestlers look stupid, or maybe even one, is a bad idea. I hate using the term, oh, they're buried. WWE is actively burying a champion. That doesn't even make any sense. That's a very rare occurrence. They're burying a champion. That shouldn't even be like a sentence. You know what I'm saying? How you bury a champion? But they're doing it. Because how am I supposed to believe that Nia Jax can beat anyone else on the roster when she's gotten pinned by most of the contenders, some people who aren't even on the SmackDown roster? Bianca's on Raw. I don't get it, man. I don't understand it. Liv's on Raw too. See, man, listen. Again, I'm not the biggest Nia Jax fan. In fact, I'm the least. I'm not a Nia Jax fan at all. I'll say, you know what I'm saying? But damn it, I'm not going to use my personal beliefs and just act like her getting pinned every week as a champion makes any damn sense. And tonight was my final straw because I told my girlfriend, we were watching the match, I was like, yo, Nia's going to get pinned again. That's just what it is. You know what I'm saying? It's not hard to figure out. You don't need to be a rocket science. You don't need to be a rocket scientist to know when Nia Jax get in the ring, 9 times out of 10, she's getting pinned. Nia Jax, when she gets in the ring champion, she's getting pinned. And it's not my fault. It's not your fault if you're watching this video. The only fault goes to Triple H because he's writing it. So he needs to figure it out quickly because I'm not going through this. If Tiffany Stratton ends up beating her, I'm not having Tiffany get pinned every single week, but she's still a champion. You're just actively burying the champion and the championship. Heel, face, doesn't matter. So hopefully they fix this soon because if not, it's just going to progressively get worse. And I don't know what worse is if this isn't it, you know. But y'all let me know how you guys feel about it in the comments down below, man. Like the video if you like the video. Subscribe if you're new. Subscribe if you have not already. Comment down below what kind of video you want me to do next. Stay safe, drink water. I love you guys. And I will see you in the next video, man.